What's up, everyone? I just got a new microphone, so I'm really excited for today's video because now the audio won't sound like complete dog shit. Today, I want to talk about UFC fighters that are starting to piss me off due to their inactivity. This has been quite a problem recently because there are a lot of ranked fighters right now that are fighting at most once a year while still holding up onto their ranking spots. I don't have anything against most of these fighters, but it gets annoying when a lot of these guys are always trying to get fights with fighters ranked above them in their division, yet they actively refuse to fight anyone ranked below them, even if the matchup makes complete sense. I'm going to list one fighter from each division from flyweight to heavyweight, and without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the video. Coming in at flyweight, we have Tim Elliott. How the fuck is this guy still ranked number 10 at flyweight right now? He last fought Sumu Darji in 2023 in order to keep his ranking. And I think he was supposed to fight Tatsuro Taira initially in the beginning half of 2024, but that fight fell through and I'm not sure why. But since then, who knows where this guy is because there are no indications that Tim Elliott is going to fight anytime soon. Maybe he's coming off some sort of injury at the moment. However, it's really hard to justify Elliott being ranked number 10 at flyweight when his best win was against Tagir Ulambekov by cheating the whole fight and the ref not doing anything about it for some reason. There is zero indication as to whether or not Elliott's going to fight somebody, and that is going to be a problem because the flyweight division needs some fresh contenders, considering Pantoja and Raval are destroying all of them right now. One way or another, I expect Tim Elliott to be out of the rankings by this year because there are a lot of talented guys coming up looking for a ranked opponent. Now for Bantamweight, there aren't any guys I could think of where I can say they are holding up the division currently because a lot of them have fought within the last couple of months or they're looking to fight someone pretty soon. But there's one guy here I look at and go, why the fuck is this guy not fighting every few months? Montel Jackson. Most of you probably didn't even know who this guy was until he knocked out Damon Blackshear in 18 seconds at UFC Colorado. The thing I don't understand about Jackson is that he fights once a year and then wonders why he's never getting a jump up in the rankings. I think the Damon Blackshear knockout kind of put him on the map for bantamweight because smoking Blackshear the way he did is an incredible win. But there is a common pattern when it comes to Jackson, and that's when he's coming off a fresh knockout. He'll wait out a whole year before he fights again. The guy is very skilled, but I wish he actively tried to get more fights. I don't think he really does that because he's not someone with incredible mic skills, nor does he actively post on social media about his upcoming fights. I hope that changes in 2025 because I think he can go pretty far into the rankings if he put his name out a little bit more and actually fought more than once a year. We're going to move on to the featherweight division. Josh Emmett. Where the fuck is this guy? He starched out Bryce Mitchell cold in December of 2023, and there has been no word of this guy since. Like Bryce Mitchell came back from that devastating loss and fought somebody before Josh Emmett's name was even thrown into a potential matchup. Why is Josh Emmett not even fighting right now? He took zero damage in that fight, whereas Mitchell almost died. And the worst part of it is, his name is being called out by upcoming prospects below him, but I don't think Emmett has any intention of fighting them. As if Emmett thinks he's going to get a top contender in this division when he's coming off one win. He got butchered by Yair Rodriguez and Ilya Topuria right before knocking out Mitchell. Yet, for some reason, he's not even bothering to throw his name into potential matchups against upcoming hype trains. If he beats one more guy on the come up, then I can see why he would argue for a jump up in the rankings. But I don't understand why he wasn't even booked to fight anyone on the come up throughout 2024. Hopefully, the UFC will make some type of announcement for this guy soon because at this point, I don't know why he's still here. For the lightweight division, if I had to pick one guy here, it would have to be Rafael Fiziev. He hasn't fought since November of 2023. I saw him blow out his shin when he fought when Gamera used his psychic powers, so I'm not going to be too harsh. But it's been over a year, and he's coming off two losses technically. And allegedly, he's been healthy for a bit, but for some reason, he's only calling out fighters with either a big name or fighters who are higher ranked than him right now. I don't know what Fiziev is expecting, to be honest, to call out names like Dan Hooker, who is ranked above him right now. If Fiziev is going to get another high profile fighter in the future, he's either have to run it back with Gamrot or fight some upcoming contender with a hot win streak. But I can totally see Fiziev not doing either one of those things. I want to see Fiziev fight because he is fun to watch. But it's been over a year since he's last fought, so the UFC need to give this guy some fights pretty soon because it's going to be harder and harder to justify why he's still in the rankings. Moving on to the welterweight division. The guy here is the reason I made this video, Kamaru Usman. He has not won a fight since 2021, yet somehow he's still number 3 in the welterweight rankings. I understand prior to Leon Edwards head kicking his head into orbit, Usman was the champion. However, he had 2 more fights since, and he lost the rematch to Leon Edwards, and he's lost to Hamza Chimaev, and that was October of 2023. It's annoying because Usman always acts like he's going to throw himself into the fire against an upcoming prospect. But the second there are even rumors that the matchup's being made, he's always coming out saying that he's not ready yet due to health reasons. I don't even know who he's going to fight at this point. He said he wanted to fight Shavkat, then as soon as the UFC tried to put that fight together, Usman claims he's not healthy. There are rumors of Usman fighting JDM next month. Usman claims he's not healthy at the moment. There are also guys like Joaquin Buckley or Sean Brady who are also trying to fight someone in the top 5, and there seems to be zero mention of Usman fighting either of those guys. At this point, it's kind of a running gag if Usman is actually going to step into the cage or not, because he always seems to be ready for a fight when it's for Bilal Muhammad and the welterweight title, but anybody else, he just says he's not healthy. And this is not me saying he's not a great fighter, but he hasn't won in over 4 years. And I don't know how much longer the UFC will allow Usman to pull off this bullshit of him half-assing call-outs of upcoming prospects. Either fight or don't, because there are a lot of fun fighters on the come up at welterweight that have a chance to get the belt right now. We're gonna move on to middleweight. How the fuck is Marvin Vettori still ranked number 7? It's been almost 2 years since he last fought, and he's coming off a brutal ass beating by Jared Cannonier. I think he got injured right before he was supposed to fight Brendan Allen sometime in the middle of 2024, but there have been no indications that Vettori is going to take a fight anytime soon. I am genuinely shocked that Vettori is still in the top 10. Like, I know a lot of ranked middleweights are garbage, but anyone with actual talent beats the shit out of Vettori, except for Jack Hermanson. The fact that Vettori's still this high up in the rankings in 2025 is insane. There are so many talented middleweights on the come up right now that I would pick to school Marvin Vettori. Yet Marvin Vettori is ranked above all of them right now. Something needs to change in 2025. One of these guys on the come up have to beat Vettori because Vettori being in the top 10 at middleweight just looks bad for the division. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just that Vettori doesn't do anything well other than eat punches with his granite chin. Hopefully things change this year because Vettori out of here will mean that we get to weed out all the other bum ass ranked middleweights like Roman Dolidze and Sharamagomedov. On to the light heavyweight division. Nikita Krylov. Is he even alive at this point? He hasn't fought since March of 2023 and relatively stayed the same rankings over the last 2 years. Shit, people thought he died because the Ukrainian government enlisted his ass to defend the country or something. And he didn't even bother to let people know what was going on till the summer of 2024, which, according to him, he tore a shoulder or something. But I don't really know off the top of my head. I know he was supposed to fight Azamat Mirzakhanov 2 months ago, but who knows how long it'll be before we get to see this guy fight at light heavyweight. Like, this guy could be in a coma for all I know, and none of us will even know what's going on till 6 months later. I think this absence was because of health circumstances, because he is coming off 3 wins in a row right now, but we could go 2025 without Krylov even being mentioned, because it's been so long since this guy's even fought that the division has kind of moved along without this guy. If he does come back, though, I reckon this division is going to be a lot more fun because he's one of the few guys here with very good jiu-jitsu. But it all depends on how willing Krylov is going to be fighting in 2025. Finally, we get to the heavyweight division. Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I bet you guys didn't even know that this guy was still ranked in 2025, but he still is. He last fought in 2024 February, which again, he took zero damage because he's fighting a morbidly obese fat guy with little to no skills. Despite this, there's zero indication that this guy is going to be fighting anytime soon. The only reason most people know about this guy is because he got sent to the Shadow Realm by Derek Lewis via flying knee. Other than that, I don't remember a single one of his fights that he won in order for him to be ranked. Like, I know who Lima fought, and I remember watching the fights. I don't remember how most of the fights played out. You can't convince me that by the end of 2025, this guy's still going to be ranked, fighting once a year against fat sacks of shit because a lot of light heavyweights are moving up to heavyweight. He's either going to have to fight one of these guys moving up, or the UFC will most likely boot this guy out of the rankings, and none of us will even notice because who actually follows this guy's career that extensively when he's fighting at best every 8 months against a random fat heavyweight? That'll be it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.